Greetings, friends. Welcome to Alien Earth, episode 5 review. Hey, what's this episode called, MauLer?
Oh my god. In space, no one is watching the show.
Ah! In space, no one can hear you, ... But after watching it, it's in space, no one can hear you, retard.
Except Morrow.
Except Morrow. Poor guy.
Cool guy.
You know, after watching this episode, I completely understand his motivation from wanting to kill the crew. I'd want to kill the crew too.
In fact, he held out real long, considering.
He did. He is the world's most patient man.
You gotta feel for him.
Dude. Oh my God. So this is the 5th episode. So we're over halfway through the series, MauLer. Halfway through the series.
Wow.
And we decided to stop the narrative. I'm going to do air quotes.
The narrative.
Dead, whatever narrative there is. To do a flashback episode that has flashbacks in it.
Yeah, man. That's how you tell a story. Obviously, the first thought you have within the first minute of this being like, oh, we're on the ship. It's just like, why isn't this episode 1?
I know. Why wasn't this episode 1?
By the way, I want to be very clear. I don't think it's any good. I'm just saying, why isn't this episode 1?
It still should have been episode 1.
Yeah.
And this is streaming TV like 101. It is as Paul. I love how Paul Chato rolling out the sausage. You're just unrolling the sausage, and it's mystery box. And for all I know, this could have been the first episode, and some producer notes came in and said, "No, we need to meet the kids sooner." What, I don't know, or maybe this is how Noah Hawley planned it because he directed and wrote this episode.
Dude, the fact that this all centers around this mystery as to who's sabotaging the ship on board, and it is the most uninteresting shit you could ever fucking imagine. The character that's doing it is invented 5 seconds before he's killed.
Yeah.
What is the point?
And there's a xenomorph. You pointed it out. There's a xenomorph going, "Hey, remember me, guys? I'm running around the ship. Nobody seems to be worried. Nobody's contained. Nobody's staying in the safe room or anything. They're just kind of walking around.
I'm the literal mascot of this franchise. Nobody cares." Like, all right.
Yeah, I kept waiting. Like, it should be a scary movie skit where it like all these people are being retarded, and the xenomorph sneaks up to grab them, and they like move at the last minute, and they're not scared when they see him. He's like, "Fuck! What do I have to do to scare these people?"
They're getting killed by something else right when he's about to kill them. He's like, "Oh,
golly!"
I think the best payoff for that sort of joke would be they're all in the fucking food area, whatever. They're all talking, and it pans around, and the alien's just sitting at the table with them. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do about this guy.
His legs crossed, like eating some French fries. Yeah. That's crazy, huh?
That tentacle one, man. Oh, crazy.
It was wild. Hey, we did get some revelations this episode. I don't know how we even break this down. I guess I could pull it back up, but so the ship, the Maggonaut, right? The Maggonaut, this is what happens before it crashed. So it's a whole episode of what happens before it crashed. A whole episode in an 8-episode series that hasn't even developed its main characters, goes back to a bunch of characters that we already saw die. So we're like, okay, maybe we'll get some background, some revelations, MauLer, that will provide context to the future narrative. We got one thing.
Yeah, about
one thing.
And it took an hour. That might be a record.
I mean, the aliens still killed. Well, we got 1.5 things.
I mean, you know, being as generous as possible. It's Morrow's episode.
Yes.
Like the narrative begins with him waking up from cryo, and it ends with him making a decision related to Boyle and Yutani, and we find out this was really important and incredibly substantive. He had a family, and they're dead now.
They're dead. They're dead. So the crew is. I'm not even being like hyperbolic. It feels like idiocracy. Everybody on the crew is retarded. Everybody. And these are scientists. This is supposed to be a science vessel with scientists who.
To be clear, one of them is like in universe hyper retarded, and all
Yeah.
of his dialogue is him just asking what basic words are. I don't know why they did this, but it is insufferable. He's just extremely stupid.
All right. What's everybody's name?
Okay. Morrow.
Morrow.
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia. Chlamydia. Bronski.
Schmumbo, Schmiedel,
Schmlem.
Schmlem. There was a guy, called Schmosh.
Zario Zerandoxos. I don't know.
Jumbo.
Slurpo. Slurpo. I don't know.
There was like, so chat. I want to be clear because I think they're going to assume we're just joking. Morrow is a character name. That's one of them.
Yes.
Chlamydia is a character name. We're not joking. We're just laughing. And then a third one is like Shmoo or something. I don't.
Sleem, Shmoo, Bronski for sure, because Bronski was boiking bad actress. Oh, I probably should be specific. The really
there's
bad
a lot
actress.
of awful acting in this episode.
The one with the really annoying voice like this. The one who was standing outside Morrow's door in episode 1 going, please help me. There is an alien coming.
I might die if you don't help
die.
me. Oh
Hurry up. Hurry up. Oh, and then there the Gooner droid. He wasn't a droid. I think he was a person.
Yeah, there's nothing happened with that. He's just weird.
He was just weird.
And he died.
We didn't even see him die.
No, he
I'm wondering if he pops up. No, he can't pop up later because they've already been through the ship.
He actually did. Like in a montage or it's cut.
Okay. We get another good look at the ship. It's the size of like the Battlestar Galactica. It's fucking huge.
It is enormous.
It is an enormous ship.
Like, expedition ship. Yeah. So you'd think there'd be a hell of a lot more people.
More crew.
They do say like, oh, we don't want to wake anybody up. Morrow's reason for not waking up anybody is there would be too many emotions to deal with.
It'd be too much of a pain.
Okay.
Sure. So he wakes up off screen. A couple face huckers got out and got the captain and Bronski beat.
Oh, dude. The delivery of that information is just from some fucking loser kid character who just says like, yeah, you know, there was like a fire and some other stuff happened. Some creatures got loose.
Like the captain died. That's crazy, huh? Whoa.
Yeah, I was just talking about this with you on Real BBC. I want more characters that take things seriously, that are a bit more aged, that have competence. We're like, you know, Morrow, this is fucking awful news. We're waking you up because we need the head of security. Captain's dead. You'd be like, what? And it's like, Captain died, man. And I certainly wouldn't have written it that the captain died because of the fucking doctor's incompetence.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Remember in Alien, at first they're like, can we get the legs of the facehugger off? And then the tail's tightening. And they're like, oh, fuck, shit, whoa, back off. And then they're like, okay, can we cut it off? Let's just do a small cut, see what happens. Acid sprays out. Oh, shit. You know, like, okay, so no, we can't do either of those. This is basic as hell. Child level writing. Just, you need the facehugger to stay on. So the writers were like, how do we get it to stay on? Well, it's going to strangle its victim if you try and pull it off. And if you cut it off, it's got acid for blood. Great idea. Can't do that. So they opt to just leave it, and then it comes off naturally. And they're like, uh-oh, I guess, is he okay? Yeah. In this, they fucking hack away and chop off its tail, and its acid bleeds into the neck of the captain and kills him.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking kidding?
And they decided to freeze Bronski beat. They put him in cryo, which would freeze the alien too. But there's Alien Romulus, as you pointed out, MauLer.
Well, so Alien Romulus told us that with like a little spray thing that you could freeze the facehugger off a person's face, even fucking seconds after it got him. And unfortunately, it's too late. It's already implanted the egg, remember, and it births itself immediately too, because that film sucks. But if you want to go with that, then I guess you can freeze an alien. But in this, they are definitive. You cannot freeze an alien.
No.
So I was just like, it seems like Alien Earth and Alien Romulus are having a fucking argument. I don't know who wins. So
I don't
best
either.
of luck, both of you.
Well, they have an argument within the. I mean, because the xenomorph survived in deep space, or at least the body did.
Well, so
In a
that's
little
the
cocoon.
thing, though. It surviving is fine with me, especially
Yeah.
cryo freeze and everything. That
When
totally.
you're full grown xenomorph or whatever, yeah.
But
Or at least-
they say that that's the logic for why it can't be frozen. And it's just like, but Romulus had it frozen, so I okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. Right. So they put it in cryo. Now we see everything that happens in this episode in other episodes. So we know who's gonna die, who's gonna live. There's no real tension. So they decide to add new tension by, well, how did these face huggers get out? Well, Autistic Boy was like, there was like a fire and stuff, LOL, you know, and God, I hated everything about that scene. And we later find out it's like a saboteur that MauLer was bringing up, which comes up later. This is an hour-long episode.
It takes so long. There's so much dead air in this fucking episode.
We slowly get to events that we've already seen and know the result of for the most part. We just don't know exactly how they went down, but everybody dies. Great. So we just get to see how everybody dies, and it's really stupid. It's really stupid. We have time to have another like musical montage of a slow motion smoking and all this stuff, but fucking like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Dude, the editing, the sex one is
The
so fucking funny.
So yeah. So bad actress was looking at Bronski Beat, who's got the face hugger on, and she like randomly thinks back to having sex with him, and they're fully clothed, by the way.
Of course, both of them.
Because it's Disney. We can have like people getting ripped apart, but no showing boobies.
No, that would be too much. And yeah, like I'm not kidding. It's about 2 seconds. So she's like, "Oh man, you know, you're dead now." Oh, then just cut to fucking, and then cut right back, and you're like, "What?"
And then they try to do a jump scare scene where she's fucking him, or she's in the thing, and she comes up and he's got the face hugger on. So it's like she's in the pod with him and getting up, maybe after having clothes sex, and the face, and they're like, what the fuck was like? It wasn't a jump scare. It was like what the fuck was that? Like, what was this editing?
The whole season, man. Whoever edited all this, they need to stop it. Like I said, just like leave the room, please. Just let the episodes play out. You don't need to do all these flourishes that are not even consistent. By the way, most of this episode ran normally, but it was just like they got bored and certain scenes were like, yeah, I'll fuck with this. Yeah, why not?
And we get more of like, we see what's happening. Like, oh, there's like when he's going through the video. You brought this up. So when Morrow's going through the video to see who started the fire and who's sabotaging the ship, he'll just start stating things that we just saw on the fucking camera. We just saw. And the thing is, though, he decides to go to the fire first and doesn't just rewind first to the who started everything, which you probably should have led with, right? But they needed to show us what happened first. So we saw Bronski and the captain get the face huggers on him.
Because of course we couldn't have figured that out from them having face huggers on him.
Nope. And this takes minutes.
It's so awful. It takes ages. He has to like arrive at the room and then set up the system and then rewind to get to the right area, right camera, and then rewind to see them entering the room and they're discussing like, oh God, what's going on? We got to stop this fire. Oh geez. And then the camera shows, oh look, the face huggers are out. Oh, it's gonna get them. And then one by one they're taken out and they land on the floor and you're like, yeah, I know all of this.
We saw him with the face huggers on, but thanks for showing us the whole thing. But this leads to some detecting, MauLer.
Oh yeah,
some Sherlock Holmes shit for Morrow, and he starts and you know he doesn't want to create a panic, and he's already in a power struggle with bad actress lady, and he doesn't want to wake any crew members because that would require them hiring more actors to pay. Which they've already spent their budget on the really nice sets, like
really nice sets.
Props to the people who worked on the production design and the sets. You're true artists. Like, you know what you're fucking doing. These things look rad. It looks amazing. it's like a bunch of cosplayers got hold of a set and decided to make a story. And this is Noah Hawley. This is somebody who knows how to write, supposedly. It's unbelievable. So he basically starts interrogating, right? And we get a couple of
not before. So like the screen shows someone released the aliens. You can't see their face, even though of course you'd be able to track them throughout the whole ship from that point, and one of them would obviously catch his fucking face at some point. But anyway, Morrow like looks at it, inquisitively, then goes, "Who are you?"
I know.
Like, oh, that's what he was wondering.
Oh, and that is solely for like you're checking your DMs on your phone.
Yeah.
Checking your email and you're like, oh, something happened. Okay. He said, "Who are you?" Thanks. So he starts interrogating people. And dude, these are random scenes. Like
a great example of amazing dialogues I know it happens around here is the two engineer guys, the one with 1 IQ and the other are talking. The 1 IQ one is eating a pie, and the other one says, if you cut that pie in half and keep one half for later, you'll then technically have 2 pies. You'll have doubled your pies. That's dialogue. That's in the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's something they spend time on.
Yeah.
They didn't cut that.
No. They're proud of it. Morrow comes in, says, "We got a saboteur. Fix the ship. Don't tell anybody." It's going to take days, they said, to fix the ship. And he's got to figure out who he can trust. And he questions the doctor. Is he a doctor? The guy's spoken all the time, or the kid? That's 1 IQ.
He's the one that gets shot, isn't he? Oh no, wait. The 1 IQ one and the kid who gets shot later is different characters.
Yeah,
but I can't remember if he was a doctor or not. I don't even remember what his role was. He's the one that woke him up, right? And he was like, "Captain's dead."
Yep. So they interviews him. Then he interviews the guy who tried the surgery, who's smoking all the time. I don't know.
That fucking guy, yeah.
And
can't string a sentence together to save his life.
No. And it was just gobbledygook. So he does these interrogations, and it turns out all he needed to do. What did he need to do, MauLer? Instead of wasting all that fucking time talking to people, which they spend minutes on, right?
Yeah. To be 100% clear for chat, this episode almost sets up this notion that Morrow's going to have to do some real deep Sherlocking, as mentioned, to discover who is sabotaging the ship. And he's going to have to piece together all these pieces of information, blah, blah, blah. He sets up a download of information across the ship. Just, I think it's like messages sent in and out of the ship. He's just downloading that and then goes and does these interviews. He did that thing with the security camera. He's looking around. He's telling people what orders to be. He's even suggested a mutiny, as in he wants to take control of the ship, because it's all this stuff. All of that leads to absolutely fucking nothing. He goes back to his computer, download complete, looks through a couple of tapes, and then discovers just Boy Cavalier talking to one of the crew members about how he's like, "Hey, sabotage your ship for me and I'll give you money."
Yeah. And it's a brand new character. Now, who gave him the idea was crazy Asian creeper who liked to watch women sleep. And his big revelation to Morrow, the security officer who apparently was completely surprised by this, is just because a cryo tube says it's full doesn't mean it is. Well, holy shit.
Wowie.
So brand new character is on the phone with Boy Cavalier. Boy Cavalier, who mentions in this phone call that he is this, it's called Prodigy because I'm Prodigy. I'm the smartest. Didn't think that Wayland Yutani would fucking record every single conversation in and out and have a record of it.
The security officer could just watch these tapes. Like, it's the stupidest shit. Boy Cavalier himself calling the ship, being like, "Hey,
have somebody else
anyone here want to work for me?" What the fuck? They made fun of Palpatine for telling Dooku, telling Jango, telling Zam to kill Padme with a device, but that, I said it before, that is compartmentalization, okay? You can't tell who knows what. But
Possible
here,
deniability.
he's literally on the fucking security camera. Like, it's It's so fucking dumb. By the way, because this happens a bit earlier, as part of the saying he wants to take control, Morrow says to the current acting captain that it's like a top priority. We have to get the cargo back to in this case Weyland-Yutani, bar none. Even the crew can die. And we said at the time, I was like, oh, that's supposed to be like a horrifying revelation, not something that everyone knows. Like, it's supposed to be like a shock that the company would value these pieces of cargo over all the crew's lives. But that's just stated as like, well, yeah, of course they do. And it's like, oh, the company usually tries to be a bit more subtle, but
a little more subtle. But we're just going to tell everybody while they're still alive and armed where they could mutiny. But good thing she doesn't mutiny, MauLer, because he might take away her shares.
But she still goes to Mother and says like, hey, things are not great. And the Mother's just like, oh, well, all of you are like expendable. And she's like, oh. And then she's like, hey, you're going to do everything we tell you, right? Right? If you don't answer, we're going to put the robot in charge. Like,
she's like, well, I want to be in charge. So acknowledged.
Yeah.
In the meantime, when all these investigations and detecting are going on and they're trying to fix the ship, there's a xenomorph running around.
Yes. Nobody really cares. It's sort of just like, oh well.
Oh well. They don't like all get into one space, MauLer, like one place where they can all be together and somehow control the ship still. No, they're just walking around like, oh, if we run into it, we'll just deal with it. And they called it a xenomorph. So this is 2 years before Alien. They called it a xenomorph, and Captain Bad Actress goes, how big do these things get? How big? And Morrow knows.
Yeah.
He doesn't come out and say it, but he knows. Well, he knows what they've turn into.
A full lowdown. Not only do Weyland-Yutani have it because of the data that Morrow now has and went back to, we know he's like in their building, and he said he'd downloaded it all. So you got that, but also Prodigy have an alien corpse that they have been able to fuck around with this whole time. And yet this is set before Alien. Before Aliens. Both films where the companies don't know anything about the alien creature.
And it's going to end with Weyland-Yutani knew the whole time.
That doesn't fucking work. I know a lot of people have said like that it might work with the film. It's like, no, I don't think it really doesn't, especially Aliens, because they only go to the crash site and get the alien stuff once Ripley tells them where it is as a warning.
And plus, if you have just respect for one of the greatest movies ever made, you're supposed to be this big fucking fan of it. Like, you're like, that's fucking cheap. That is such a cheap move to do that. Like, no writer worth their salt. Why am I even bother saying this now? Why did I bother saying that? That was such a waste of time. There is no writer worth their salt that wouldn't do that. Of course they would nowadays.
Wasting time is on theme, Gary.
It's on theme. Oh, it is on theme for even though this isn't supposedly a Fox FX. No, this is 100% a Disney project. Just because it says Hulu and FX on it, don't let that fool you. This is Disney, and it reeks of Disney television. It's paced just like a fucking Disney Star Wars show or a Marvel show. 100%. Same fucking thing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's like Ahsoka, where the 70% is just fat. It's useless.
Yep.
Not the fat is used. Fat has much more use than this.
The only thing that makes this like tolerable is Morrow. Like, he's so wasted in this show. Good actor. He's a good actor. He's given like
character too.
Interesting character, but the dialogue around him is utterly it's amateur.
Well, if you rewatch the episode and you believe that the intention is Morrow is in a social experiment and they've trapped him with a bunch of retards, it gets more enjoyable. Like,
if you look at it, like MauLer said that at the end, it's like this was a social experiment of putting a sane man in space with a bunch of retards and see how long he can hold out.
And he did give up eventually, he was a strong guy.
Every man's got a breaking point. And thank God the xenomorph was there to help him.
To be clear, by the way, that doctor, the one that killed the captain, his total kill count in the whole episode is 4.
Yeah. Dude,
fucking insane.
he's a great doctor, isn't he? Oh, so okay, so they're all fucking DEI hires. So we got DEI hired black woman who's supposed to be a scientist. I don't know what she's supposed to be, but she's in charge. A chlamydia, Dr. Chlamydia.
That's the last name for a doctor you're gonna want. Whatever's wrong with you. Hello, my name is Dr. Chlamydia.
Dr.
You're like, oh god, I have chlamydia. They're like, no, it's just my name.
Chlamydia. She's working on the ticks and the tentacle eye and these little tubes. She's aggressively drinking her fucking water.
Spilling it everywhere too.
And spilling it everywhere.
I swear to God, some people forget how to human when like being an actor. I guess they're under so much stress or they just don't want to get anything wrong. But watching her like weirdly grab it, weirdly drink, weirdly like spill all of it all over the place, just like it reminds me of when they show fat people eating in movies where they just eat like they're a pig. They just go wah, 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 it just goes all over the place. It's like, listen, fat people are pretty good at eating.
Yeah, they don't waste food, bro. Like a fat person isn't letting that fucking piece of cake fly on the floor.
No.
All right? They're not doing it. So okay. So DEI hire is got her little containment unit, and there's the 2 ticks and there's tentacle eyeball. So she forgets, like a DEI hire, to put the little top cap on while she's fucking around with them. She's testing to see how long, like they have been starving for 2 weeks. So she points out to say, like, so they put in a dead, like a rat, and it finally, like the 2 ticks will feed on dead flesh if they're starving. That's the big experiment. So while she's not looking, tick 1 starts eating. Tick 2 goes to the top and opens the fucking like it's all.
It just opens it. Yeah,
opens it up because it's super easy. Because they had some lip to right next to the latch that opens it. I mean, great design. And these things are specifically designed to catch aliens, supposedly, because that's what this whole trip is for. In the meantime, while the 2 things are fucking around, we were both kind of a little confused about this. Tentacle eyeball is trying to get it's staring at chlamydia, and then it tries to get her attention. It's all yo.
Which I wasn't sure, but Gary called it pretty early on. It's like, I think he's a good guy, and I was just like, what does that even? What? Like, because he's just like a spooky alien. But it's like, no, judging from the episode, Tentacle Boy is a good guy.
Well, and
also not a boy.
Also not a boy.
They call it "She's Escaped." They do it again.
They do it again. They say chlamydia says she's escaped when referring to the tentacle eyeball. Because you can see the vagina on the bottom, the tits. What the fuck? It's a chick. Okay, so tentacle eyeball, good guy. Because we were wondering, we're like, out of these 5, by the way, we haven't seen the 5th alien species. I think we saw a bit of it.
Good guy in quotations. I don't even know what it means though, because he's still. Remember, he attacked the girl.
Did, but he kind of knocked her out. He didn't kill her. She didn't kill her.
I mean, the one in
she was a woman.
Episode 2.
Oh yeah, episode 2. Okay, yeah, tried to attack the girl, but I think it needs that to live. But once it's killed one person, it's super good. That's what.
Because I assume it did just outright kill Shmoo, whoever his name was, and then tried to help from that point. Then again, yeah, you're right. It did knock out. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. We'll find out, I guess.
So tentacle eyeball was trying to help chlamydia. While the other, so one of the ticks gets out and takes a shit in her water, and it gives birth to a bunch of like little other ticks in her water, and then tries to hide in a sandwich.
Like a little tongue.
It gets caught. It gets put back by the other doctor, and it's like, ooh, she's gonna drink that water. She's going to drink that water, and they go back for dinner, and got the whole conversation, and there was fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. And then 1 IQ drinks the water, and we're waiting for bad things to happen to him. In the meantime, A xenomorph is running around and nobody's running
That's
into
just
him.
a reminder every so often. Xeno's just running around. But I was just going to say, remember the tentacle guy, when Chlamydia puts it back, it doesn't lock properly. And she just doesn't seem to notice.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So she puts it back after she let it out and she's all, I didn't leave the top off, whatever. And then the alarm goes off that she didn't secure it.
Yeah. And they just, neither of them notice because whatever.
Well, it's because the alarm goes beep, beep, beep.
That's way too loud, Gary.
I'm sorry. Wait, beep, 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 beep. It's like we need to put an alarm, but we can't have it. I don't know. The entire ship should go on fucking red alert.
Yeah, it's like experimental alien creature that's not properly secure. Oh well.
God damn it, so dumb. So they go to dinner. I can't even. I'm starting to it's starting to leave my head this episode, and I just watched it.
I think that's a self-defense mechanism.
It is.
Your brain is like, I shouldn't store this. It's bad for me.
But then we have the mechanic the mechanic and the one IQ. They're working on the ship, and some small talk, and then he gets sick. Oh, they do that fucking shot of. You see the it looks like the alien tail, just to remind you that there's a xenomorph running around, and they're doing just a shadow on the wall, and you see it looks like a tail, but it's actually the chain that he has to grab and hook up. Because
borderline like a just bullshit comedic moment because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to spend their time on.
So he coughs up blood, and then he goes back to the two geniuses that let tentacle eyeball out and everything. Oh my God, she's escaped. And they decide. Remember, they want the face hugger and Bronski were still alive, and they wanted to preserve it for the company, so they had to freeze it. And apparently, they didn't have time to do that with this, so they had time, MauLer. They didn't have time to run him over to a cryo tube and freeze him, but they had time to cut his fucking chest open.
You gotta be specific about this. This might be the most mind-blowing part of the whole thing for me.
And a scan. Sorry, yeah.
They've got because chat. I know what it's like listening to us talk about this. If you haven't seen the episode, you're probably very confused. I don't blame you. We were very confused.
Yeah.
So the retard child man is he swallowed up some of them tick tadpoles through the water. And now he's coughing up blood. Who knows what's happening to him? They put him into a scanner. They conclude he is losing blood real fast. Clearly he's not, by the way, unless it's internal, in which case he is fucked. If that's what they want to say. But so they scan. What I mean is he's not coughing up any more blood. But they scan him, and then I don't know where they concluded the blood thing until you would have scanned him. But after they scan him, they're like, okay, so there's ticks things on his heart and lungs and shit all over him. That's awful. What do we do? And it's like, well, we can't freeze him because by the time we get him into cryo, he'll be dead. So first of all, it's like from blood loss, in which case, why aren't you supplying him blood?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that at all in this whole sequence. And so instead of taking him to cryo, they conclude, what if we just drop him on a table and actually, I'm not kidding here, no anesthetic, we're just going to cut his chest open and pry it open. That's that. There's no other prep. There's no other security. There's no other decontamination. They just take the guy and they go, time to chop him up.
So you have a containment breach of aliens attached to a body of your crew. Dude, the guy's still smoking a cigarette. He's drinking out of his flask.
It's so fucking bad.
There's no protocols. They rip open the chest. They're like, oh, let's just take the tick. Okay. You ever just try to take a tick off? You ever had a tick? It's not pleasant.
They've clearly never encountered one ever. Even though I love how everyone intuitively looks at it and it's like, oh, it's like a tick, but an alien tick, I guess.
Well, your poor dog, a poor tick, a dog. Yeah, it's not fun.
But they just tear open his chest. You see his organs, and they're all just sapping his body out of his blood, his body, whatever. And so they're like, now what? And it's just like,
I know.
It's just so fucking beyond belief, like how stupid this is.
And then it farts. The little things fart, right? right?
So he opts to start trying to pull it off, and I think there's a back and forth where the captain says something along the lines of like, stop, what are you doing? And then he's like, I'm saving his life, and he pulls it so hard it farts, like Gary said, and kills everyone in the room.
Yep, little gas kills everybody in the room.
Good job, guys.
Well done.
You couldn't even be wearing a fucking mask. They do that in Alien, by the way.
They do. So they do a containment thing, and it doesn't kill the ticks. So, if you recall, as you brought up multiple times, there was only 2 in the ship when it crashed.
Yeah.
So that means there's a bunch of other ones running around.
Unless it's a setup that they all climbed into a corpse and the corpse got taken back to a company, and now they're all going to pile out of the corpse once they're left alone. But
right. They did. That's right. They did. They later on pile into.
It's literally why they had the thing of they will feed on dead flesh if they're hungry enough.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
But I still don't. I don't think that explains it. Like they should be crawling around, especially when the ship crashes and there's a bunch of people in there. They should be.
And it wasn't just like 4 or 5. It was like 20.
There was a lot.
20.
Yeah.
It was a lot. So now it's time for the xenomorph to start showing up. That's been running around for the entire fucking episode somewhere.
It is such a moment of like, you're allowed to do things now. The Xeno's like, thank you. Like, I don't know why I'm even here anymore. Just wondering.
They should have just showed the Xeno. Like, you could have explained that ship's big. He's like running into rooms going, fuck, where is everybody? Jesus, place is never ending.
Got lost. Or maybe it's just killing all the other hundreds of crew that we never saw. That's
maybe. So the xenomorph is a person in a costume, which I'm not against, right? I'm not against that. Except
depends how you film the alien.
Depends how you film it, and the alien's running around going, yeah, it's so fucking funny.
They do not obscure it really at all. And I think they thought it looks amazing. It was pretty funny.
So bad.
Lots of shots being pretty funny.
Dude. Oh, and like the costume isn't bad or anything. It's just smaller sets. Like there's a couple of shots they should just taken that out.
Yeah.
The poor actor and there's like, okay, just wither around like you're Enchantress in fucking Suicide Squad or whatever, and oh my God.
We'll sort it all out in post.
We'll sort it out in post. And they didn't. So the xenomorph is running around. It kills a creepy Asian dude, but we don't see the kill.
No.
We don't see the kill. Then it's Morrow and a kid go off and they go looking for the saboteur. And we'll get to that in just a second. No, we can do that now. So we have Captain Girl's a little freaked out. Oh no, what happens first? Remember when the xenomorph
comes to her and just
comes
stands
to her right
in front of her for ages.
Yeah, like has her dead to rights.
It's so awfully filmed too. So like they're standing next to each other and she's clearly reaching for a gun slowly because any sudden movements is what gets you killed with an alien. Everyone knows that. That's I don't know since fucking when we decided that was the thing, but yeah, that's how that works. And so she then draws it, I think, and it trips her up with its tail, and they show it in slow motion, as though it's like, whoa, he sure got her.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just killed her with the tail, or sorry, she.
Those logistics. It is standing over her with intent to kill. We go from there. And she's on the floor to it can't catch up with her. She's so fast.
She's so fast. She's like 50 yards ahead. And the alien, which can run on all fours, and it's like going up. It's like fast as hell. But this chick must be fast. She just must be fast.
So fast that she's literally on the floor and it's standing above her. And we somehow get to a point where she is 50 yards ahead of it.
But as you pointed out, it's like later Michael Myers where like it could have killed her. She had no chance whatsoever.
Yeah,
and
like
it just decides to trip her.
Every time they switch POV, it resets how far away the alien is.
Yes, she's farther and farther away. It's like, get the fuck out of here. And then they show it like doing its crawl thing, which is special effects, right? And you're like, no way. So she gets into a room and she sees Schleem, Sneem, Smeem.
Schmorm.
She's a Schmorm. And she goes, hey, we got to do some stuff. And he just kind of stands there and you're like, oh, tentacle eyeballs in his head. And tentacle eyeballs in his head. And it turns around and it kind of makes a noise. It goes, ah, dinosaur.
His name is
rah.
Shmuel. His name is Shmuel.
Shmuel. Well, we were totally close on that one.
We were close.
We were close on that one.
Shmuel.
Shmuel, and it kind of like it looks like it's going to attack her. It looks like it's going to attack her, and then the xenomorph shows up on the other side of the door and gives up.
It's so weird. I don't like the alien really wants to get in, and it's clearly like mad, and then it just fucks off.
And then you see a panel open, and you're like, "Is that going to be the girl?" And it's Morrow.
Morrow. He's also here. And you're like, man, Morrow would be fucked if the alien was still there.
Yep. Now, there's at some point Morrow and autistic kid, not retarded kid, autistic kid, find the saboteur. Autistic kid gets shot in the shoulder. He gets pulled into the lab room where everything escaped. So you think, and this is before
of all the rooms.
Of all the
fucking rooms
and the entire ship, they found that fucking lab again that lets the eyeball out, and that's how it gets Slurpo. And then Schlem. So Saboteur is shooting at Morrow and the kid, shoots the kid in the arm, and then the Saboteur pretty much has Morrow like in his sights. And you pointed this out. Who does he fucking shoot?
Well,
does he shoot the guy with the gun? Or
your two targets, one of them basically dead, not even moving. You could shoot that guy in the head, or you could shoot the guy with a rifle who's trying to kill you in the head. Which do you go for first? I mean,
well, obviously the guy, you can take the easy kill first because it's a video game. You're just looking for fucking points, or I don't know. So he kills the practically dead one. And then Morrow comes out and uses his knife. And we did talk about, like, if a hook doesn't come out of his hand, I am fucking disappointed, MauLer.
Yeah,
I agree.
Noah, you will have failed us if there's never a hook.
If there's no hook, and I will accept the blade coming out of his hand being bent like a hook.
We will tolerate that. Yes,
we will tolerate that. So he kills the Russian guy who was like, dude, kind of badass all the way to the end. He's like, fuck you, it's too late. They want their monsters. Instead
he's like,
going, don't kill me, man. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, he's fuck it. It must have been a miserable working environment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, not great.
So that's when Morrow parts ways, and he comes back and he meets up. And the xenomorph gets in. Well, it looks like Morrow walks in the room with bad actor lady and Slurpo with the fucking eye alien in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like it calls the alien. It goes, ah.
Yeah, and the alien shows up again.
The alien shows up.
It just left for no reason and then came right back. All right, yeah.
But then, I mean, Morrow shoots Slurpo with this stun gun, which would have really come in handy in Aliens, by the way.
Yeah.
Gets the girl, and then Slurpo with the eye tentacle thing in his head attacks the xenomorph and starts biting it with a human body.
He like runs up the console, jumps onto the back of the alien, and they have this shot where the alien's like, "Yeah, get off me," and then he starts biting it. I was saying to Gary, it's like, it's an unofficial rule with some of this stuff. You just don't want to give you an example. We don't ever want to see Palpatine go to toilet.
Yeah.
That's just and you'd be like, what do you mean he does though? It's like, yeah, but you never show stuff like that, okay? You never show an alien going, oh geez, there's a guy on my back. Yeah.
You think Palpatine came up with the Death Star on the toilet?
Yes.
I think he did too.
He took a really powerful shit. He was like, imagine a space station that could do this.
Ultimate power. All right,
so humiliating for the alien. And there's a film I think called Alien. It's in the 70s, really old, really shit film. No one likes it. No one cares.
Yep.
But through restriction and a lot of intelligence, they don't show you a lot of the alien.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of a clever move, and a lot of these new sort of creators, directors, writers, whoever, think that they should just show the alien all the time, really well lit, wandering about, shouting at people, jumping up and down. No, stop.
When they remake Jaws, they should just show the shark all the time.
It'd be a big CG one, and just goes
Big
rawr,
CG shark
rawr,
that goes
rawr.
rawr.
It'll be so much better.
It would be. They'll remake Jaws. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't already, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
in fact, is there any word on that? Because that feels like something they should have done by now.
Well, now that it's been re-released in theaters and it was the #2 movie at the box office, somebody's had the idea. I wonder if, like,
do you think
Spielberg probably keeps that from happening?
Oh, fucking hope so. But do you think there's like a thing of, the Meg is still like dominating, right? And Jaws is so much smaller than the Meg.
We could do Jaws versus the Meg.
Jaws hit a radioactive summit and became really big, so he can fight the Meg.
It's
like when they put Kong and Godzilla together, and they were like, "Oh shit, King Kong is tiny compared to Godzilla. We're gonna have to boost him like ridiculously."
Yep. Don't give him ideas. Sorry, chat. I apologize.
Sorry, chat.
So, Schlurpo holds her own. He's a her now because the eyeball's in control. So there you go. And then the alien finally uses its tail to stab things and stabs him, and then runs off and eventually kills the bad actress. And thank God. And everybody's dead. And I'm happy.
Yeah.
I didn't like this crew at all. And you're like, poor Morrow had to put up with those people. Thank God that xenomorph came in and gave him a little assist.
That's what the beauty of this episode is. You may have thought like, oh, Morrow's evil. He killed his whole crew from the first episode. But now we've got the context. They were all so stupid. They needed to die for the benefit of humanity.
Yes.
We couldn't allow these people to
be
a part of the gene pool.
So he escapes, and we see everything we saw in the first episode again for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, we flash forward to now, and he's at Weyland-Yutani, and it turns into a Oh, did I miss something? I probably did.
Yes, you've missed possibly. You're being really mean. Just because they show the entire scene laboriously again, you forgot they do have a little flashback to his daughter.
Oh, that's right.
It. He's thinking about his daughter while he's doing all of this. That's a different context. That is worthwhile.
That's why he was crying.
Fucking time.
Yeah, that's why he was crying in there. If you does anybody remember the first episode? Has anybody even still watching the show? I don't know.
I'm not even sure we did.
I'm not sure I did. So we fast forward to Weyland-Yutani, and it turns into a Blade Runner episode. We get the I say Vangelis. I know it's Vangelis, but I'm just gonna stick with Vangelis. We get a little bit of a nod to the Vangelis music. She's got like samurai Praetorian guards, like in red with these big fucking guns. So I guess he's left the Prodigy town, which we totally missed, MauLer. This all happened off screen. And now
I got the impression from the episode that he had no intention of going back to Yutani until he completed his mission.
Yep.
I could have sworn that was a line.
That was a line.
But no, he's back. He's at Yutani HQ.
And she's like, give him everything he needs.
Yep.
And it ends with a Smashing Pumpkin song. The end.
God,
3 episodes left.
Long. It took so fucking long.
It did. And now we kind of know why they haven't been showing the alien a lot. It's like,
just put some CG smoke all over the screen, guys. Like it's just
dude, something. Shaky cam, for God's sake, something.
Yeah.
But they had high hopes for this show, and it's the early ratings are good on it.
I can believe that. The thing is, the cultural conversation, so to speak, the fact that there isn't one is kind of the telling thing for me. whether or not anyone watches this and says, "No, guys, I think this is actually pretty fun or pretty good," it's like nobody actually believes it because no one's talking about anything to do with this show. No one cares. So even if someone says it's good, I'd be like, "Yeah, what do you like about it? What's so great?" And don't fucking say the sets or the costumes. Say anything else. You'd be like, "Well, jeez, I'm just so interested in how how the creature. Oh, I'd have seen this, and I don't even blame people too much for this. But when they're like, "Oh, I like the idea that it's exploring, like the idea of like human consciousness in a robot body. That's really interesting." And it's like, is it exploring it though? Is it at all?
Because we didn't explore shit this episode. We just saw a bunch of stuff where we already knew what happened. We just saw how, and it added nothing. I repeat, nothing to the story. It was a giant waste of time.
We knew they all died, and so it's like, okay, well, do we get to learn a lot about them before they die? Which still isn't the wisest move. I mean, because it's just they're not going to be relevant going forward. But maybe. And it's like, no, not really. They were really annoying. A lot of them. Didn't really get much more than that. There was like one line from Shmuel where he said, in a way, what you're paying, like what you're giving for the pay for these jobs is your life. And what he means is your loved ones are all going to be dead by the time you get back to Earth. And when he said it, I was like, gee, that would be interesting to like dig into, that all the characters have a perspective about the consequences of these long-term missions and how you basically ensure your family is somewhat well looked after, maybe, but you never get to see them again.
Yep.
There's a lot there that's really interesting and reflects different things that have happened in real life. But no, it's just a line, and then that's it.
And you mentioned like they introduced this was another show. This was a completely different show that probably could have worked a saboteur with a fucking xenomorph running around on a ship. You could have done an entire show on that, just with different actors and a different writer. Because holy crap.
See, someone just said like it's a small point in Aliens for Ripley. So the reason why it's much better in Aliens, and you're going to need the director's cut for this, is you get that she didn't get to see her daughter grow up. She not only aged way past it, but she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that is incredibly harrowing for her, right? It's just as a character, she's going to suffer as a result of that. We see it. That's already, I would call value, right? The trauma of the event. She's got this on top of everything that's happened. But then you get Newt, and it's like she's got a new chance to be a mother again. And she clearly has that sort of connection, develops fast for her, and she wants to protect Newt more than anybody. And like you get that backstory that justifies it even more. It's very meaningful and very quick versus this that's just like, we're not going to talk about it.
And at the end of Aliens, she and Newt lived happily ever after.
Yes, they did with Hicks. They fixed Bishop.
They fixed Bishop. Bishop was like the crazy uncle, and Hicks was like the dad. And Newt grew up into a retarded world.
Had a long life.
Life. Nobody ever saw Aliens again.
Nope.
Let's go to the people, MauLer. Girls, get it done.
I just saw a really good question though. Wasn't Prodigy around 60 years before the ship? How did Boy Genius plant a dude? He didn't plant a dude. He called the ship and just said, "Hey, do you mind being a saboteur? I'll pay."
So when he called the ship picks up, hello, Maganaut. He's all, "I need to talk to your shadiest employee, please. Thank you."
I think it's Maginot, by the way. For Maginot line.
I call it the Maganaut.
I mean, why not?
The Maganaut, the Maginot. In fucking French. Maginot. Girls, get it done. Eyeball Monster is now the legit show's protagonist. I agree. I totally agree.
He might be the best character. I will give you that.
Absolutely. It's you know what it is? It's sitting there going, "Oh my God, how did this species build spaceships?
I know.
Yeah, get out here.
This is a fucking plot hole.
We need to save the universe from them."
Clearly, an advanced species gave them this technology, and it was a mistake.
Sneaky bitch even took on the xenomorph 1v1. The show is absolute 10 out of 10. This is the most honest show ever. When you see a diverse cast of characters, you know something stupid is going to happen, and then it does. Manifest destiny.
They are all intensely incompetent.
It is. Me watching Alien Earth. To die would be an awfully big adventure. Vinny Morphus. Or Vinyl Morphus. Why did I say Vinny? Sorry, Vinny. Fucking, I'm retarded.
Vital.
Morphus, like that.
There was a recording when he plays at one point, and there is a character that says, "I'm so tired." And I was just
I
like,
know.
feel you, brother. Like
right there with you.
Right there.
MauLer, Google image search Escape the Bronx for a treasure trove of perfect thumbnail images for your upcoming Star Wars Outlaw video.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. I don't know what Escape the Bronx is, maybe a movie, whatever, but the person on the front cover looks a lot like the girl from Outlaws. It's kind of funny.
That's hilarious. Caspy Nets, thank you for the 5 British pounds, proper money. God, it's late for you. It's late for you too. I mean, remember when Ash and Dallas wore hospital gowns and masks when examining Kane? That gear would literally have saved the idiots from the tick gas.
Yep.
Caspianus, you are correct. Bad actress equals not Gina Gershon. Yeah, she does kind of look like Gina, but Gina Gershon can act. Okay. We all saw Bound. A Wachowski brother movie, by the way, Bound. You ever seen Bound?
I don't think I have, actually.
So it came out before Matrix. It's a pretty good movie. It's like lesbians against the mob. But the Wachowskis, before they went crazy, were pretty good directors. They were.
I mean, The Matrix is bitching.
The Matrix is great. Bound is a well-directed movie. I like Speed Racer.
V for Vendetta is a fun movie.
And I mean, that's directed by their cinematographer, but I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they had a lot to do with it, but it was, V's fun. Each episode of Alien Slop is like watching at each of Ripley's clones from Alien Resurrection. Is number 8 going to turn out functional here too?
Yeah, functional enough to say kill me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have a MauLer question. So does Fringy do anything outside of EFAP or catch-ups these days? Is he even going to do a game stream on YouTube again? So ask Colin Walker.
Semi-regularly streams on Twitch. So if you're looking for he re-uploads sometimes to YouTube, but he's streaming on Twitch. I think he intends to one day stream on YouTube once he's I'm not sure what the scheduled plan is, but does he do anything? I've seen the sentiment that like, MauLer's got him doing so much work that he's not even making videos anymore. It's like, I haven't got him doing anything other than EFAP, okay? He has said several times he's working. Now, if I were a betting man, I might assume that he's working on a long video.
What?
Not even one that has anything to do with me. Something that's to do with him.
On his own?
And unlike me, he maybe hasn't given anything away as to what this video is, and that he's working. And the reason he doesn't want to give away anything is because people will hold it against you forever if you like say,
Oh, tell me about it.
So I am as hopeful as all of you listening that Fringy will complete whatever this work is and show us what he's been up to. Who knows? But it's not me, all right? I'm not keeping him in the editing cave or anything.
He's fucking holding them down, man. That was such a cope session for MauLer. Poor Fringy is chained to a fucking table and only let out for EFAP.
I will do that. Say, for example, if Acolyte Season 2 came out, I'd be like, bro, whatever you're doing, drop it.
No. They, Perry and Garrett now.
Mm-hmm. There are times where it's just like, sorry, whatever you're doing is on pause now.
They're ready for it. You just set the expectation. You go, guys, especially with how I do videos. It's it's not once a year. It's not super long. We can turn shit around in 3 days or something like that. But traveling or anything. But if Kathleen Kennedy like steps away from Lucasfilm, whatever we're doing could be fucking Christmas Day. Everybody stops and works. I get it. And you have good people.
I
They
get
get you.
exactly what you mean, but Christmas Day might actually be the exception.
Not here.
You sure?
I'll Scrooge those motherfuckers. You know what?
Grinch over here.
You could have Boxing Day. You got a whole other day. I will fucking Scrooge and Grinch that shit. You kidding me? You don't think my family would get mad? You don't think my wife would be like, "What the fuck you doing?" I'm all, babe. Kathleen Kennedy just left Lucasfilm. That's what we use for if we're in Egypt, and the reason I bring my equipment is, well, if Kathleen Kennedy leaves Lucasfilm, I gotta report on it. That's the one we always bring up. I can't think of anything else. Or Rings of Power gets canceled or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Which will happen, I'm sure of it, right? Right? They'll do it. They're not going to commit to all 5, right?
Jeff Bezos has the money to continue this vanity project, and
it
Simon
is funny because to him it's pennies, right? Yeah. So and those pennies are being spent on making it look like it was successful, as in no, we're not stopping. It's going great.
No. Same with Star Trek. Star Trek hasn't made Paramount a penny. It's just hanging on to it and making content.
Talking to a friend about how amazing Lord of the Rings was, and he doesn't know anything about Rings of Power, and he was like, "Should I watch it?" And I was like, "Oh." No. I almost felt bad. I was like, pretend like we didn't bring it up. Live in your world where you don't need to know anything about it.
Where you don't know. Read the books. We still have hours left. It's past the anniversary now. Anniversary of the great Professor Tolkien's death was yesterday for you in the UK. Today still for us. 52 years ago. 52 years gone. Gary, turn your mind to better things. I just finished reading The Devils last night, and it's great. Did you finish it? What did you think? I haven't finished yet. I'm going to jump back into it. I got sidetracked into I'm embarrassed to say, because I should finish The Devils Book of Grudges because it's finished. I got sidetracked and started listening to The World of Ice and Fire. But I was loving Devils. When I hit another road trip, I'll finish it. But I have it. It was cool. Joe Abercrombie's pretty good. Pretty good writer. The Last Boy Scout is a new member. Welcome. I actually like that movie. Connor, Dorian, Charlie Manx. I think I got that for $5. Thank you. Steven Spielberg is preventing Jaws from being remade. I think he is. I really do think he is. I do think he has creative rights over it.
So as soon as him and Zemeckis drop dead, we've got remakes just coming out of our ears. Great.
Right. Mikey Gussler. What's up, Mikey? For $5. I saw Jaws yesterday in the theater for the first time ever. Can't believe I never seen it before, but I'm glad the cinema was my first viewing. I'm glad it was too. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, Good man. God, to be in your shoes again. That'd be awesome. Holy cows, I'm super late. It's okay. Poor dog. Was this episode of Illegal Alien Runner Earth any better than the previous ones? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I asked dumb questions. It's not. It's not better. It is not better. No, it is just as bad. If I was in charge of Alien and Predator franchise, stop making new films and release alternative cuts like the extended NC-17 cut of Predator 2. Yes. I think that stuff is fun. If you take an older movie and you have and the director really has hey, I want my vision out there, the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. I'd love to see that. Hey, Mikey, the Air cut of the Suicide Squad. I'd fucking love to see that. The episode starts 17 days prior to the crash. How is the alien fully fucking grown? That's a good question, Timothy. Do you have an answer for that, MauLer?
So what even is the timeline? They hit with the face huggers, and then it escapes out of the pod, the baby, and then everyone dies, and then the alien turns back up. I don't even remember how much time passes, honestly, in that sequence. But remember, Romulus made the life cycle fucking minutes. So
yeah.
if that.
Ragged Jeremy Johns killed more crew than the Xeno. Ragged Jeremy Johns. Oh, yes, he did. He did. Ragged Jeremy Johns.
Ridiculous.
Oh, poor Jeremy Johns is nice. Very nice guy. Met him in Vegas. I like Jeremy. Jay from Red Letter Media says Aliens isn't good, MauLer. Called it average at best with generic colonial marines with corny dialogue and no horror. Thinks Alien 3 is better. Okay.
Jay, I love Red Letter Media. I've disagreed with them intensely over many years on loads of different things, including recently where they took the time to defend the Acolyte. That was weird. If you remember, I think it was the anniversary before the one that just went, but we covered a video where they talked about how good Obi-Wan Kenobi show was. That was insane. And it doesn't seem. Remember, they said they loved TFA, that TLJ was interesting, if not ill-conceived, and that even TROS had some good ideas in there.
Yep, they did.
Since then, I don't think they have good views of any of these projects that they praise. It's broadly speaking, it's fine. It's chill. Jay is the wackiest out of all of them, for opinion.
Jay, yeah,
stuff that's just like what.
Yeah, Mike is a Star Trek fan. He's a Star Trek fan before he's a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
So, he'll attack Star Trek like crazy and then just have kid gloves for Star Wars, which is pretty strange. But the strangest thing about their last video is, again, this is not the first time we've heard this. We've gone over this before, is why do you care? And it's like, you made really long Mr. Plinkett videos about the prequels because you cared. You made really long Star Trek videos because you cared. Because you cared. That's why people care. You're amongst nerds, but some people forget that. Gary MauLer, do you know how do best horror comics?
We do.
What are the do you how do? I don't know. I was like, I always fall back on me being retarded. So Vent Kinski for $2, best horror comics. I didn't read a ton of them. I've read a bunch of EC stuff, which is really fun. It's collected. You can go your local comic store, and it's much easier to find now than it used to be. But horror comic books, never been a big fan of horror comic books other than the cool 50s stuff. Well, because it's I don't get creeped out by books, like books or horror books. I just don't, like, ever. I like horror novels, but no. Well, okay. So I read a lot of Stephen King in prison. The place I was at was more horrifying than anything in the fucking book. Okay. So I'm like, dude, I was walking through Halloween. I'm so boring. Halloween Horror Nights at Orlando, which is amazing, right? I'm not getting scared by any of that shit. It's not because I'm like, if somebody jump scared me when I wasn't expecting it, I'd jump. Okay, like any other human being. But I wasn't creeped out by anything or anything. It was really fun to look at, though. It was like the art and craft of it was amazing. But I wasn't like getting scared. It's all fake.
He's just trying to come across as a big, strong man.
Big, tough guy. I know. Yeah. I've been scared a lot, but not in places like that. But EC Comics, good stuff. Oh no, I saw this. Wolf of Arrakis for $1.99. This is just dumb enough to be true. I bet Wendy becomes Mother Nostromo by the end.
Good God, that could happen. Ugh. I'm assuming we'll get a mention for Nostromo in some way, shape, or form at the end of the show, and it's going to be cringe as fuck. Sir, we've got a ship out in the area you're looking for. What's its designation? And they slowly turn to the camera.
Nostromo. Wendy is Mother. Why why are Schumacher's Batman movies bad? I love them. They're bad. They're super gay for one. Okay. They're really gay.
Hey, okay, what I will say, because I actually rewatched Batman and Robin with my sister recently, you do get a lot of ass
shots. A ton of ass shots.
Nipples of the guys
on the bat suit, for fuck's sake.
But eventually you do get the same thing with the girls. You know, they do. He's not just gay. He's a little bit of both.
Yeah, he gives the dudes a little something too. So like, I like Joel. The thing is, Joel Schumacher has come out and apologized for him. And if we got the Joel Schumacher of Lost Boys and Falling Down taking that approach to a Batman movie, it would have fucking kicked ass.
By the way, with what I just said to you, I don't know if you heard a weird noise in the background of what I was saying, because everything I just said to you, my phone picked that up as a question to Gemini. Do you know what the answer to what? I don't even know what the question was. Do you know what the answer was? It was reading it out and I had to shut it up. The answer was Barbie, a fashion fairy tale, is a 2010 animated movie where Barbie helps her aunt, a struggling fashion designer in Paris, save her business.
That might be the answer to life, the universe, and everything, MauLer. That's random as shit.
Thank you, phone. I really needed that information. AI still needs some work, guys.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about AI. But if you enjoy them, Pie Guy, I get you. MauLer loves Batman and Robin. I get enjoyment out of Batman Forever. I do. But think about when we were hearing this being cast, we're like, the dude who did Falling Down and Lost Boys is directing Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. We're going to get a great Batman movie. And then we saw that and we're like, what?
I mean, you know, I can't make a defense other than I enjoy it for how absurd it all is. One thing I'll say about both things is the amount of effort that went into constructing the worlds they have in it. It's like, man, you remember all the crazy sets they have for like, and the themed bad guys and the performances. Everyone's hamming it up. You have like these legendary actors who are all trying to like almost out Jim Carrey, you know? Like Arnie, Uma Thurman, John Glover, and then Tommy Lee Jones. They're all just fucking chomping on that scenery, just being like, "We are eccentric comic book characters going," whoa, and you're just like, okay, if you don't like, if you vibe with it, you could just take the ride and be like, "This is so fucking insane."
Exactly, this is insane.
It's like the Willy Wonka ride where you go through the tunnel, but as a movie. The whole thing is just that. But yeah, the best version of Batman Forever has some stuff in there that's like meaningful. Batman and Robin, mostly clown stuff, but the one thing maybe is just you get some lines from Alfred to Bruce when he thinks he's dying that are like pretty good.
Yep.
Like in a serious, meaningful way. Everything to do with like Artie is mostly funny. Even just like, I would save my wife.
Freeze. Everybody freeze. Gary, did you get to watch the movie I gave you in Vegas, Serial? It has 3 things you love. Marin County Moms, Christopher Lee, and Star Trek reference. I have it. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. Enrico Palazza. It is in my collection. It is cataloged, sir. It is cataloged and is my rotation to see. So thank you. I will see it. And I thank you for it. I'll report back when I see it. Gary prefers horror comics over horror comics. That's true. That's true. Making fun of my speech and my retardation. It's not very sensitive of you, Eric. Yeah. Is it Vent Kaczynski? I think. Gary MauLer, if you like listening to old horror radio serials, Nightfall is good. I also recommend Inner Sanctum and The Devil and Mr. O. I love those things. Absolutely love them.
Yeah, fair.
Dude, I listen to The Shadow. Dude, the anthology radio shows are fucking awesome. And you know what? All those people went on to write things like The Twilight Zone. And by the way, Just call me Vent. Okay, Vent. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. And that's a wrap, MauLer.
Well,
That's
well.
a wrap.
Or is it? I see another one.
Oh, you do?
It says,
Oh,
my
it's
bad,
Eric.
I'll be more sensitive to your feelings.
No, you won't. Shut the fuck up.
No, that makes me angry. It upsets my feelings.
What, are you saying I'm a pussy now? Oh man. 3 episodes to go. God, when's that end?
Yeah, and by the time we hit like the penultimate one, we're just gonna be shooting in the dark. It's like,
23rd.
what the fuck are all the cameos or realizations going to be in the last one? Because there's nothing in this show to pull people back, so they got to do something. That's what they always fucking do. Do you remember the Predator? Originally, we found out because you remember the end. They reveal a Predator mech suit that can hunt predators or something. It's the most cringe like nonsense. But that originally it was going to open up, and that Ripley was going to be in there, or Dutch was going to be in there. And it's like, what? And it's like, yeah, they just opted against all these options, and you're just like, well,
thank you.
I guess there's some justice in the world.
Well, okay, you were talking about like in the zeitgeist, people talking about this show. Prey, not a movie I loved. I didn't like Prey, but a lot of people did.
But well,
liked it, and a lot of people talked about it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's kind of similar with Romulus, right? Like a lot of people did talk about it when it came out.
About Romulus when it came out. Haven't said a word about it since.
Yeah, they sort of disappear. I still the scene where the Predator's killing all the French dudes was still cool. Where he killed the bear was cool.
Yeah.
When he killed himself by being a retard wasn't cool.
Was not cool. Nerd Cookies, what's up? Stopped watching after episode 3. Be honest, chat. Did it get better or worse? Chat can answer that. How much of the chat saw it, by the way? And thank you, Eric. I saw your.
I just, for the record, and I think our streams confirm this, it was hyper retarded from the get. Like, it was stupid as fuck immediately.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, the first episode was pretty good. It's like, no. Just no. It's bad.
Nerd Cookies, this episode is ridiculous. It's
yeah.
So I don't know if you caught the review, but real quick, they go back to the I call it the Magonaut, but it's the Baguette and Baguette and
the Baguette. That's the ship name.
Yes, the Baguette. And we see how it crashed. So it's a complete flashback episode that includes flashbacks within the flashback. And the xenomorph does a dance. There's like a xenomorph dance. I'm watching Wednesday. Conclusion is tomorrow, and I'm just shutting off my brain and enjoying it. I have not watched Wednesday.
I saw season 1. I don't know. I don't even know why I did, but I did. And I don't remember much of it.
It was 3 years ago. I'm not surprised.
I think I watched it because of like, I loved Addams Family.
I did too.
So I was like, yeah, I'll give this a good shot, especially Tim Burton and some General Ortega's good in it. I just don't remember anything in it.
Dead Dingo Dan for $2 Australian says the show will end with a cliffhanger. It probably will. He says
certainly
I worked on some.
It'll end with bait for sure.
Yeah, I worked on some designs on the Alien series. It was like a childhood dream come true. I can't believe this. Is this the Bard? My chest hurts. Franco, I don't know if you caught earlier in the show, we were praising the sets.
Those elements, yeah.
Those elements are like true artists were behind those things. Those sets are brilliant. Like they look amazing. And everybody's retarded on the set.
Well, and like the creatures, even me and Gary are somewhat a fan of Tentacle Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking back his gender.
Taking back his gender, Tentacle Boy. He's just a little tentacle boy trying to make it in the universe, trying to like bore into somebody's eyeball and just live his best life, right?
Exactly.
and he took on a fucking xenomorph. He's a badass little motherfucker.
I have no idea what the arc for that tentacle is going to be. Like,
I don't know. I think it gets away.
Well, we were saying, like, it would have been so fucking cool if he could get even basic language whenever he's captured like a creature, something creepy. But there's a TV show just in him, and we would have watched that. But oh well.
And there's a fifth species who we haven't seen yet. So I guess we're just not going to see them.
I was about to say maybe we just won't see them at all.
I thought we saw a part of them because they're supposed to be winged of some kind. But there's a fifth species that we haven't seen yet. And maybe I'm thinking they're just going to forget about it. They're just going to forget about it. All right. What do you got coming up, MauLer?
What do I got coming up? I guess, we're back to being EFAPing on Saturday. Not entirely sure yet what the episode will be, but we got speculation. And then, other than that, I'm working on my video, which people now know is Star Wars Outlaws. It's
How'd
not
they find out?
I told them.
Oh, okay.
Even though it was given away on a stream by one of my friends by accident, but that didn't have much consequence, so it's all good.
Fucking friends.
It is funny how I was saying, like, it was actually pretty easy to find out because the streams we did on the game, I said a couple things here and there that I would only have said if I was working on a video, but I was like, it's fine, no one knows. But yeah, it's going. I'm gonna need some more time to finish this video. It's pretty big.
It's pretty big. It's pretty fucking big.
Just a bit.
That's why I tell people, like, if you got a screen name, just stick with that. Don't tell me because I'm gonna say your name accidentally. I'm gonna just do it. I've done it. People have not caught. I haven't done it with you, but I've done it with others, and people haven't caught it yet. Now, one of our cohorts put their name on a banner in one of our shows, which was funny. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Where did Nerd Cookies? There you go, Nerd Cookies. How are you? I've enjoyed Wednesday so far. Cheers to MauLer and Gary for subjecting yourselves to this doomed continuations of beloved franchises, and it's not going to end.
It's weird, dude. There's certain ones that I just don't want to see ever, but then there are certain ones like Alien where I don't know why, I'll submit myself to every last entry they have of this shit and get mad.
Alien, Predator, I'm going to show up every time. I am. So I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
MauLer, nostalgia critic, Lord of the Rings, EFAP.
Let's just say it is cooking. All right. We've even got we had a bit of a meeting of discussing what we're gonna try and plan out some episodes, and that is one of the ones that was discussed. So don't you worry. All I'll say is we've covered Nostalgia Critic a couple times in October. It almost seems like that's a consistent thing. So who can say? Maybe as soon as the stream is over, I'll be asking someone if they're available around then for a certain.
Oh, wow.
Thing. Who knows? Who could say?
Yeah. God, I hope they are. Whoever you ask, man. Whoever you ask.
Whoever.
Gary needs to do a live review of Dark Wolf with Ryan. I will ask Ryan if maybe we'll do like a season wrap up. I'll ask Ryan if he's probably down. We could do a season wrap up because we've already missed like 3 episodes. I'm gonna be doing Tulsa King. So
I think Tuesday night's main event just raided us, but we're about to end, unfortunately.
We're about to end. What's up? Oh, I didn't know they went that late. What's up, gammers? Geeks.
They play the
gammers.
video games.
They played the video games. Az, who is still up, has informed me that he's seen Tulsa King episode 1 and he liked it.
Well, good for him.
That's my boy.
Sometimes he listens to us,
Sometimes it takes months, but sometimes he listens. Thank you both for suffering through this show. I will binge it after it's all out. Much love. You don't need to do that. You really don't.
There's no point.
Hail to the fellowship. Or dog. Take care, brother. Everybody in the chat. Beardo does not. Was stuck. Beardo was stuck reading. That's funny. All right, guys. Thanks again for showing up. We'll be back next week for episode 6, and Wendy will be back. We didn't get Peter Pan references.
Well, the fucking lung alien is on the loose, so we got to see what's going on with that.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow on the
Bye.
interwebs. Bye-bye.